Hey, welcome back to the Remotely Review. I'm your host, Remotely. We're going to start out by talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, okay? You guys know that this is their 10th season, okay? So give it up. Give it up for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is their 10th season, and this time around, they've added 2 new cast members. It's Garcelle Beauvais and a lady named Sutton. I think Sutton, she's from the South, and you guys are familiar with Garcelle Beauvais. Garcelle Beauvais, she's an actress. We saw her in Coming to America. She then went on to be in the TV show, the Jamie Foxx show with Jamie Foxx. We've seen her in some crime procedurals and stuff like that since then. You know, she gets around Hollywood. You know, she's a working girl. But the lady Sutton, I can't tell you much about her. She's a rich lady from the South. I think she currently resides in New York. Like, that's her permanent residence for right now. And I don't know how she relates to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know what that's like. I don't know. But she's in there. And so for the second episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we start out with Dorit and her husband. They've moved into a new home. Is it smaller than the previous home? It looks that way. No shade. No shade. This is an observation, okay? You know, Dorit and her husband had some legal issues and finance issues earlier or previously, and some accounts were frozen, like some money was held up, taken by the IRS, something like that. I don't know. But they had some financial issues, and so it looks like they had to downsize a little bit. Is it a smaller house? Yes. Is it still big though? Yes. It's a big house. You know, it's Beverly Hills, so what do you expect? It's a big house. Enough room for her husband and her kids, and I think Dorit is happy with it. If she likes it, I love it. You know, her husband seems satisfied, and I say bravo to them all. You know, like, the family's living, they're still living. Fast forward, we catch up with Garcelle Beauvais. She's hanging out with Allie Landry. You guys know Allie Landry, the TV girl. Like, she hosted a lot of different shows back in the day. I think she was in a couple of films. Allie Landry, okay? So these are the people that Garcelle Beauvais is rubbing elbows with out there in Beverly Hills. They're riding in the car, and they're on their way to visit Garcelle Beauvais' new home. Yeah, so Garcelle's moving into a new house. I guess this is the house that she's going to be living in after her divorce. I told you guys, if you watched my previous video, that Garcelle suffered a nasty divorce from her previous husband, Mike Nylon. Yep, he cheated on her. He had been cheating on her for 5 out of the 9 years that they had been married. It's unfortunate, but hey, it's reality for some, okay? She's moving into a new house, and I guess this is her way of escaping, like, all of that drama, the negativity that came along with the house that she and Mike Nylon had shared. Okay, so she and her 2 twin boys, she had 2 twin boys by Mike Nylon. I think they're 11 years old or something like that. They're going to be moving into that new house, and Allie Landry just came by, or she's tagging along, and Allie Landry's just tagging along with Garcelle to view the house, and it's a downsize. Again, it's a downsize. Look, blame it on the economy, blame it on child support, blame it on alimony. I don't know. It's a downsize. It's a smaller house. You know, is it still big though? You betcha. You betcha. It's a big house. It's big. It's just smaller than the previous house. And so it leaves you wondering, well, what happened? Did the money not come through? You know. Allie Landry's there to kind of help her get accustomed to it, or kind of just make it a reality. Because Garcelle, she stated in the show, she said, well, now this all seems real to me since you're here to view the house along with me. You know, and I understood what she was saying with that. It's almost like, why climb the top of the mountain when there's no one there to witness it? You know what I mean? You gotta have somebody there to kind of witness your accomplishment in order for it to really mean something. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, yeah, I did it, but nobody saw it. So what's the, you know? Fast forward, we get Kyle sitting down with Sutton. Sutton, I told you guys about Sutton. We don't really know who she is or what she's about. She's got a lot of money. She's opening up a store out in West Hollywood. And I guess if you're not familiar with Kyle, you would know that Kyle already has done that. She's been there and done that with the whole retail thing out on the West Coast. Kyle actually had her own retail store called Kyle out in Beverly Hills, in the heart of Beverly Hills. Out there off of Brighton Way, right off of Rodeo. Right there on Brighton Way, right off of Rodeo. If you know, you know, right? And so Kyle has already been there, so I guess who better to kind of show Sutton the ropes around that West Coast retail thing than a Kyle Richards? You know what I mean? Kyle is the perfect fit. And so I like that. I want to see where it goes with Kyle and Sutton and how that friendship kind of blossoms and what it turns into. You know? Moving on, we get a little bit of what's going on with Denise Richards. Denise Richards, I told you guys, Denise Richards is fighting a battle with Charlie Sheen. It's a child support battle. This is very common to many women in America, right? Unfortunate but true. She's fighting a child support battle. Charlie Sheen no longer wants to pay Denise Richards any child support. You know what the crazy part about it is? Denise Richards feels as though she shouldn't have to go to court to fight for it. Huh? You gotta go to court, Denise. If you want your money, you gotta go to court. You gotta go to court. And so I know you have this new man, like he fulfills your sexual appetite over and over again. Denise made comments about his growing in that general area, and she pronounced it as being large. Okay, and so she's satisfied with that, you know, with that good quote-unquote D, okay? And so for some reason she feels as though she doesn't have to go and fight for her money. You gotta go fight for your money. Charlie Sheen's not gonna give it up if you don't fight for it. The girls aren't even 18 yet. Why does Charlie Sheen feel as though he doesn't have to pay child support? Isn't it like legal that you have to pay your child support at least until those kids are 18 years old? You know? So why is Charlie Sheen asking to cease all child support payments? What's going on? He doesn't have full custody of the girls. We know that, you know what I mean? So like, what's really going on? I don't know. I guess we have to wait for that thing to unfold. We're also going to wait to see what's going to unfold with Denise Richards and this lesbian relationship that she had. Yeah, she had a lesbian relationship with one of those girls on the show. And so Denise is threatening not to come back to the show after this, and she's threatening to just cancel Bravo altogether because they exposed this part of her life that she didn't want to be out to the public. But I'm here to tell you, when you do reality TV, I think you sign that dotted line in cooperation with anything that the editing room feels is worth airing. Sorry, that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know. But yeah, that's Denise Richards. She also had her, Denise Richards, I think she had some kidney stones or gallbladder stones or a hernia. No, Denise Richards had a hernia and she needed to get that removed. And so they had that taken care of. And after her visit to the doctor to have that surgery, she and her husband went to stay at the Waldorf Astoria. If you guys are not familiar, they just built a new Waldorf Astoria out in Beverly Hills. It's beautiful. It's immaculate. It's in all of its opulence and grace and grandeur. It's beautiful, okay? The Waldorf Astoria, that's where they were staying. If you were wondering what hotel they were staying at, that's the Waldorf Astoria. Out there in Beverly Hills, yeah. It's right there where, right there close to the Beverly Hilton. The Beverly Hilton, out there where Whitney Houston passed away. The Waldorf Astoria is like right there next to it. And so, it was great to see something very entertaining for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills audience. I liked seeing that. To be somebody who's familiar with the Beverly Hills area and to see it being showcased and broadcast in all of its grandeur and all of its greatness and all of its spectacle, I could appreciate it. You know? And so Lisa Rinna, you know, Lisa Rinna, she's still on the show. Lisa Rinna, she's basically, she's out there with who? Teddy Mellencamp. Yeah, she's with Teddy Mellencamp. And I guess they're best gal pals. And I like Lisa Rinna. I like her on the show. I think she just brings that extra bit of spice and sassiness to the show. You know, she's got a lot of energy in her. That's an actress. Lisa Rinna is an actress, and I love to see my actor do her thing. So, of course, when she's on the show, we don't know if she's acting or just being herself, but it doesn't matter, because either way, it's good TV. You know? It's good TV. And so Lisa Rinna brings it all the time, every time, and so we love to see her there. Now, when we're talking about Teddy Mellencamp, I don't have much to say about her. Her character is not very entertaining at the moment. I hope that her storyline gets a little bit more interesting, because for right now, it's a little bit dull, it's a little bit lackluster. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm just saying, it's dull, it's boring to me. That's all. Erica Jane. Don't we like Erica Jane? Hey. Erica Jane is the modern day Anna Nicole Smith. That's what she is. She used to be a stripper. Anna Nicole was not a stripper, she was a cocktail waitress. But it's got that same kind of feel, that same kind of connotation to it, right? You know, it's just kind of, it's in the same ballpark. You know, you're working at this dark place where you meet these, you know, strange older men who could possibly change your life if you play your cards right. You know, like that's kind of like the philosophy or the theory behind all of that stuff. But anyway, Erica Jane met her guy. He's 80 years old or 86. One of those, don't quote me on it. But he's in his 80s, okay? He's got all of the energy of a 30-year-old from what we see on the television, okay? Like, because when they debuted the guy, when I saw his face and saw his energy and the way that he was able to keep up conversation and go back and forth with Erica Jane, I was looking at a vibrant 30-year-old man out conducting his business and doing his thing, you know? But this is who Erica Jane is in cahoots with. This is who she's been married to for the past 20 years. 20 years. That's a long time, right? 20 years Erica Jane's been in there. And she's able to enjoy her music career and perform and stuff like that. And I don't know exactly how old Erica Jane is, but she's still doing her thing. We saw her on that, she did that shoe commercial. What was it called? Shoe Dazzle. Yep, Erica Jane was on that Shoe Dazzle commercial. And don't get me wrong, I was sitting there the whole time knowing that she was a cast member of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but also wondering, how the hell did she get that? You know? But she got it, and she looked good in it. So congratulations to her for landing that spot. All right. But you fast forward to today, and Erica Jane is out here working with some of your top artists in music, like Brooke Candy and stuff like that. Like, Erica Jane is doing her thing, and so I think that she has definitely earned her spot as a cast member on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's in there, you know, and she's got a storyline. She's got a lot to talk about. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of Erica Jane. I'm excited about the show, you guys. Like, I'm ready to see what's next, what's coming, what's new, you know, who's going to be fighting who. It looks like it's going to be pretty intense. Those Beverly Hills girls get down, okay? You know, and it's kind of what's necessary during these times, right? We're all in quarantine, we're at home. We need some entertainment, right? You gotta be sure to check out The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It airs on Bravo on Wednesday nights, okay?